Hi, I'm Doug Boles, President of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Thank you for listening to Behind the Bricks. We're excited to bring you this exclusive and entertaining content about the world's greatest racetrack. Keep listening, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hey, Indianapolis Motor Speedway fans, Doug Boles here with you for another episode of Behind the Bricks. I'm standing just south of Gate 2, the tunnel that goes under the Indianapolis Motor Speedway when you come here on a practice day or qualifying day, or you're coming here to see the museum. But today, we are going to talk a little bit about the water that goes underneath the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You've seen in a previous episode how Dry Run Ditch comes out right below me or over my right shoulder, and then how the Little Eagle Creek actually runs through our golf course. But we're going to connect all those dots and then show you where the water comes out on the south end of the speedway. So not exactly appropriately dressed for today's adventure, but I am standing where Dry Run Ditch and Little Eagle Creek come together. Best way for you to understand it is, you know where that beautiful racing capital of the world water tower is? We're just basically south and right below that. Down below me is Little Eagle Creek. Kind of right underneath me is where Dry Run Ditch comes. So the water that goes underneath the speedway, it eventually gathers right here with the water that comes through the golf course, and then it heads its way down south through Indianapolis. We're actually a little bit outside the racetrack. Right behind me, 16th Street. We're going to start there. Don't try this yourself. There's a gate we're going to go under that we had our team open up so that we could do this. Normally, if you get down here, you get stuck, so don't do it. But follow us right now. Niagara Falls, not quite, but we do have a little bit of a waterfall here. Right now, it's pretty dry. A little bit of water into here. So we're actually not right now going underneath 16th Street. But so far, looking around, no bricks. So don't come down here looking for bricks. I don't see any anywhere. Normally, we lower this gate, keeps people from going in and out, life from going in and out here that doesn't need to be in here. Also blocks things up so we can clean it out before it heads down the creek when the water gets a little bit higher. That may or may not be a part of an old brick. So we'll hold on to that one. All right, for those of you that sit in South Vista, if you come in from Gate 1 or even Gate 2, you probably walk across this bridge that's right above me right now. So here in a minute, we're going to be right where we're looking at the grandstands, but the grandstands right now are up this way. This is a huge pedestrian way, leads to the walkover bridge that goes over Tunnel 2 for the vehicle traffic as people are walking east to west here inside the facility. Not sure I'd want to do this when the water was high and there was water coming out of that as well. Not exactly sure how deep this is going to get. Hopefully these waders don't have holes in them. So in the springtime, this water could get up where it's virtually over my shoulders for sure. That would be another part of an old Indianapolis Motor Speedway brick. I'm a swimmer, but I don't want to go swimming. Dry Run Ditch comes from behind the grandstands, underneath the grandstands, and underneath Turn 1, buried in the road course inside Turn 1. This is actually where it exits. Really right at the point, you're at the 100 breaker marker for getting into the road course, so we're really still in the south short chute. It's a little bit more inviting than the last time I did this about a year ago from the other direction. Inviting may have been a strong word. It's a little less intimidating might have been the right way to say that. It does smell pretty rough. So we're actually under the racetrack right now. So the racetrack goes right above us, the South Shore chute, and we're getting ready to go a little bit further in. And I don't know if you can see this on camera, but with the way the sunlight's coming in, there's this optical illusion that the water gets super, super deep because the ceiling is reflecting into the water. It feels like a cave, and it feels like we're going to go down 10 or 15 feet. I'm hoping that that's just an optical illusion. And then it looks like there's a whole bunch of steps in there. You guys see that? Must be the way the roofing is made. It's a nice drain that must be coming off of the racetrack. Now, last time I did this, I did it with my cell phone, and we had no light from the cell phone, so I'm going to try and see if this helps me. I actually brought a flashlight. So now we are probably no longer under the racetrack. My guess is what we've got right here is when we redid the road course and put in the road course for MotoGP and other, we actually buried the water as it ran underneath here, actually diverted it a little bit from where it was. So what you see here probably is what we've constructed in order to allow the water to get through here, but also to allow us to have racing on top of this because the road course does run through here. Looking for bats and other crazy creatures we did see last time, and not exactly sure what that is, if it's a creepy looking thing. I'm not sure how much further I want to go. So I think maybe for another episode. Imagine calling 911, Matt, and saying, hey, Doug's got a broken ankle. Can somebody come underneath turn 1 and get him out? All right, race fans, we think we're about halfway underneath Dry Run Ditch here, underneath the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Right above us is the road course. It's the second time we've done this. We did it the first time from the other side, and now we've started to come from the south side. Next time, we'll connect the two. We're gonna get an engineer and some other folks to go with us so we can really understand what's happening under the Indianapolis Motor Speedway when this thing is full of water. Thanks for joining us on the adventures under the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on Behind the Bricks. See you next time. Look at this. This is like our version of stalactites and stalagmites. I don't know what those are. I wonder if we should touch one. Why don't you be electric? Oh, wow. That was creepy. Thank you, fans, for listening to this episode of Behind the Bricks. We look forward to bringing you more exciting content about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway soon.